we go. Alright. I don't really make videos at all. I figured I should because among my friends, I am the only fairy glazer. So I'm gonna be playing Z.A.T.O because I glazed the ever-loving shit out of fairy. Did you know that our sun is a very unusual star? To start with, it's a yellow dwarf. Those constitute for just 7 to 10% of all stars in the universe. It's an outlier even among those. Most yellow dwarfs are primarily covered with dark spots. The sun isn't. The majority of its surface is bright. In fact, it has 3 times the number of light spots than it does dark spots. Sure, its overall brightness index is nothing special. You could even call it underwhelming compared to other stars of its type. But even so, it works harder than most to shine as bright as it can. And I find that really cute. I don't remember where I read about this. It must have been some newspaper from years ago. But that small piece of trivia still pops in my mind whenever I look up at the morning sky. It's not much of a view, to be honest. Not much of a sky, not much of a sun. I guess that's the kind of region it is. Some people say the sun is just lazing around in our parts, what with the constant snow. But people that go around saying that, well, they clearly haven't read that newspaper. The more I thought about things like that, the more I learned, the more I realized how incredible everything is. I'm not just saying that to mean amazing, I mean improbable. You can't deny the world is full of great coincidences. It's to the point where I've begun to ask myself how much of it we can attribute to pure chance. The universe was so kind as to give us both a star and a planet with the perfect conditions for sentient life. Just the slightest fluctuation in the composition of our atmosphere, the size of the globe, or the distance between Earth and the Sun. None of us, and none of us, none of the beauty surrounding us would exist. Some would call it a miracle. And of course, that's a lovely way to put it. But isn't that giving the world we're living in too little credit? Nah, but it's not that I subscribe to the anthropic principle or anything. I'm not so arrogant as to believe the universe exists just for our sake. Or rather, I'm not so sure it exists solely to be observed. When a baby is born, it's not preoccupied with how it is perceived. That conscious need emerges later, as the child develops self-awareness. Until that point, its curiosity is aimed at its surroundings. So if anything, it's the opposite of what the anthropic principle entails. We're social creatures. Something to be observed makes sense for our survival. But to say the universe itself shares that priority, it just doesn't make sense to me. Although, you can also think about it this way. A child is curious about the world because it perceives the world as external. But what if the child is the world? What if all that it could ever observe existed within itself? What can the all-encompassing universe be curious about? Oops. There's nothing but itself, so nothing but itself. There's nothing else to care about in the whole wide world. It is the world. Duh. Ah, wait. Now this makes perfect sense. If I put it like that, I guess the universe has no choice but to be self-centered. Even if this wasn't the case when it was born. What if the universe developed a desire to be perceived by others as it matured? The same way that a child would. And what do we want when we want others to perceive us a certain way? We try to mold ourselves accordingly. Ah, I think I get it now. The universe gradually felt the desire to be seen. It wanted to be admired, loved, and observed, because there's nothing more a world can do but to observe itself. It's the best and only pastime there is, as far as the world is concerned. And if observation is good, more observation is even better. Of course, an endless universe can observe itself endlessly. You could say that its observation value equals infinity. That value may seem absolute, but it isn't really. Not in mathematics. Infinity plus one exists. It's a value that the universe could never reach in a singular, albeit infinite, observer. So it had to create new, finite observers to add to its infinity. It needed to create sentient life. Sentient life is the plus one. When I put it like that, it sounds like all of us are extras at a party. Now, isn't that fun? This vast, mighty universe changed itself so meticulously to make new observers possible. It fine-tuned all of its systems so precisely, just to have us here. It worked so hard just to share its one joy with us worthless insects. Oh no, oh no, this can't be. That's cute. That's really cute. I should have expected this. I should have known the infinite universe would be infinitely cute. This world truly is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh damn. Yeah, Jack. Ugh. I beefed it. Ira Grachevskaya is missing. Huh? Asya. I look up from my desk. A low hum runs the class. Grachevskaya? What? Seriously? She's just skipping. Nah, she ran off with that one guy. Nah. You saw? No, but come on. You know her. She's totally. Silence! The teacher taps her journal on the desk. Ira's parents filed the report yesterday night. They haven't seen her since she left for school. Another round of whispers. The teacher raises her voice. So if any of you have any information that might help in finding Ira, please report it to the teacher's office or the police after class. That is all. On to the lesson. A chair creaks in the back. Vadim. I think that's how it's pronounced. Wait, you really expect us to just study like normal after hearing that? Yeah. Yeah, we're shocked, you know. Okay. I thought I thought there was just some guy coming in and going, yeah. Yeah, man. Lock in. We got school. Yeah, we're shocked, you know. We're worried sick. Seriously, our classmate's missing. Our friend. Arochka. The room fills with repulsive giggles. Cut it out. Garin, sit back down. The teacher's voice sounds just as dry as it did when she broke the news. She turns towards the blackboard to write down the date. We all know the situation will probably resolve itself just fine, so let's not act dramatic. If you have anything valuable to say, I'll be happy to hear it in the office. She puts the chalk down and begins the lesson. It's December 19th. A bird flies past the window. Disappearance, give me a break. Aren't you supposed to wait 3 days or something? That's a myth. You can file a missing report whenever, especially if it's a kid. Oh yeah? Hey, let's report each other's missing and see who they find first. I might regret this, but I kinda like this guy. Ha! You're on. No, but seriously, what's with the sudden hubbub? She didn't come home. Big deal. I thought wandering off with her was her whole thing. Right? That's just Kacheskaya for you. But her parents just want some attention. Like they need any more of that. I mean, I've heard some weird cases. Yeah, never say never. Crazy is genetic. You think she's in some crack house now? No way. Do you even have any? I wish. You know what? I'd say that. I'd say that. At least there'd be something fun to do. Yeah, no. I'd say that too. Honestly. Hey, hey. But she's like, for sure with the guy, right? The guy? You don't know? A bunch of people have seen them together. It's some older dude. He's like 30 or something. Oh, fuck. Ew. No way, I can do better on that.
Ew. You serious? Yeah, it's so trashy.
I slowly walk behind my classmates as we head to the next lesson. It's irritating. Their conversation is ticking me off. I'm not sure why. It's not as if they aren't making sense. It's not unusual for Ira to wander off somewhere on her own. I'm not treating this news with any real gravity. Really, I'm no better than them. There's a trace of worry in my head, but it isn't directed towards Ira. Instead, when I first heard about her disappearance, the thought that flashed into my mind was rather ugly. Now nobody will come to save me. Oh, no. Gross. Regardless of what people are saying, regardless of what I personally think, that's still a missing person. Her poor parents must be so worried. Just picturing it makes me feel glum. I'm not surprised Mira would just run off somewhere without telling anybody, but still. It's not like we've ever been friends. It would be stranger if I acted all torn up about it, right? She's just that kind of person. Always getting herself in trouble, always hanging out in places she's not supposed to be at. They're right. This wouldn't be the first time Mira left for God knows where. And is that really true? The stuff they said about that older man. I've never even seen or heard anything like that. Even though this whole time, I suppose it's plausible, knowing how some girls are. Even so, I'd never thought Yura would be the type to be love-struck like that. Love-struck, huh? When I put it that way, then it's almost... Yeah, it's most definitely cute. Not with a, 30-year-old man. Yura in love. Forbidden love, too. What kind of person are you? No, wait. This is me. What kind of person am I? Wow, I'd never have guessed. I never took that girl for a romantic. But she is a girl at the end of the day. And she does like those types of books. So perhaps she was planning to elope all along? Ah, crap. Crap. It's all so complicated. I'm really torn on this. I really am. On one hand, it's super romantic. No, it's not. Such beautiful young love with no regard for what anyone thinks. You shouldn't be thinking that. It's so incredible. Please. It's incredibly cute. No, it's not. On the other hand, I'm really sad. It's selfish and it's dumb, but if Ira is really gone, it's like I've got nothing to hope for anymore. Hey, Shabina. Huh? Asya, that's me. Asya Shabina. You know anything about this? No. Why would I? Well, you two were pretty close, right? Their whole group chuckles. We weren't. No? No, not at all. Really? Really? Whoa. I can't say that. Really? I thought you two were. A word only one of my buddies can say. What? They all erupt in laughter. I don't like this guy as much anymore. We weren't. I. We didn't even talk. Vadim, you dumbass. Got your sky is screwing the old guy. She ain't like that. No, no, some chicks swing both ways. You never know these days. I don't, it's. Look at her face. Chill out, Shabina, we're just kidding, jeez. Why are you getting so scared, anyways? I think I could say that one. You really a lesbo or something? I'm not. They just keep laughing. What can I even say to that? No matter what I do, they just keep laughing. If Vera came in through the door right now and heard what they were saying, all hell would break loose. I mean, she only disappeared a day ago. She's probably just coming late today. She doesn't even know there's a missing report. Maybe she's already left her lover's place. Maybe she's trudging through our snowy schoolyard as we speak. No, no, she's already inside. She already left her wet, puffy jacket in the cloakroom. And now she's going down the corridor, up the stairs to the left. That's right, she's coming. She's gonna storm in any minute now. Right, right, that's it. I hear her. I can hear her footsteps. She's coming. Here is coming. Dude, what the fuck is your brain? What's with that face? You look like you're holding in a shit. She's totally a lesbo. I'm. I'm not. I don't know what's with you, but you really give me pathetic vibes, Asya. I'm sorry. I've never talked to her. I told you. The steps walk past the classroom. Now that they're closer, they don't sound like her at all. They never sounded like her in the first place. Well, maybe not with her, but like in general. Yeah, you don't have a boyfriend, right, Shibina? Why's that? Huh? I don't know. I just. Dude, look at her. Be real. Come on, don't say that. That's mean. What? You want to be her boyfriend? Hey, Shibina, want to go out with Igor? Igor? I'll have to hunt her about Igor. Oi! What? Come on, he's a great guy. Right, Igor? You treat her right. Piss off, man. I'm not doing this. I bite my tongue. There I go again. There I go again. Bad habit. It's not like it works anyway. So why do I keep doing it? Plop down my desk and start mindlessly flipping through the textbook. I need to stop indulging fantasies like that. It just makes me feel stupid every time. If Vera came in through that door and beat them up right then and there, would it really help my case? They'd probably keep saying those same things behind her back. And to my face. Guess it really would be for the worse. Yeah, I shouldn't have wished for that. If Vera saw that, it would just add fuel to the fire. Oh, what the fuck? So it's a good thing that she didn't interfere. It's a good thing. It's a really great thing. Huh. At least these guys don't bother me for the rest of the day. Everyone's too preoccupied with gossip. I can't focus on studying either. I keep thinking. The Last time I saw Ira, the teacher says her parents saw her leaving in the morning, but she didn't show up to class. That part's nothing new. Ira always had a bad attendance record, so I assume she skipped as usual. I went to see that man they talked about. Did she go to him right away? Because in that case, yesterday evening. Go home, Asya. The teacher's office, was it? I'm kind of scared of going straight to the police, but I should probably report that. Not sure if it would be of any help. For some reason, the idea of telling anyone what I saw, something that just doesn't sit right with me. But there's no logical reason for that. I need to get over myself. Sure, she's probably fine. I know that. Freaking everyone knows that. But if she's not, well, I'm gonna regret it big time. Oh, but I might also be tearing star-crossed lovers apart. If Ira really ran away to be with someone that she cares about so deeply, away from society's ridicule, would it really be right to ruin it? Again, you're operating under the pretense this is a 30-year-old man. I think you're like... I don't know, I remember looking at the Steam page. You might be like high schoolers? Middle schoolers? I don't know. Probably high schoolers. Crap. I have to admit, I'm also a little judgmental. I mean, it's really beautiful. I do believe that judging love like that is ugly, ugly, ugly. But whenever I start to consider it closely, I just can't brush off how much older that man is. I just can't. Thank you! I'm really no better than the rest. Wait. That's it. So that's why I don't want to tell anyone about what I saw. It must be the good in me screaming, don't ruin their good fortune. They're probably so happy together right now. It's none of your business. Gosh, yes, that must be it. That explains everything. Should I follow my heart then? Should I keep silent? It's not as if what I had seen will make a difference. It was kind of inconsequential. There's no point in telling anyone about it at all. It's not the kind of information that points to any particular location or culprit. Not there is one. So let's keep silent, and everyone will be happy. I'll be happy, the good, rational me will be happy, and the cold, reasonable me will be happy as well. Yup. No! Good job, Asya, you solved it. Ah, it sure is nice to have a clean conscience. Well, I don't need to loaf around here any longer. Guess I'd better head home. Oh! Counterpoint! Counterpoint. What if, and bear with me here, what if Ira is actually missing? Despite all odds, there's always a possibility that she is in danger. Even if there's the tiniest chance that my report will help in finding her, then that info is worth providing. And if she really did elope with her beloved, then my testimony won't change a thing. It's worthless at worst. That's true. If I carefully weigh the pros and cons, that off chance of Ira being in danger and my words being the key to saving her makes for a strong argument. Whoa. My words being the key to saving her. Wow, yeah, that would be so amazing. Then I'd come home, then I'd come and visit her in the hospital, and she wouldn't know how to thank me. She'd say I shouldn't have. She'd say, I told you to leave me alone, dummy. And then I'd just shake my head and respond, it's nothing. I was just doing what I was supposed to. No, I gotta come up with something cooler. I need to think about that. Wait. Why is she in the hospital? Do I hope Ira ends up in the hospital? Jeez, of course not. I don't need my freaking testimony to save her. I hope my testimony is useless because she's already home. Or calling home, telling her parents how happy she is with the love of her life. That's what I hope for. Ugh, I just keep having stupid thoughts today. Okay, I kinda relate to her though. At least I know what I should do now. I've made my decision. I'm going to the teacher's office. Oh, where was it again? I doubt they expect anyone to come. I'll probably look kinda silly. Wouldn't be the first time. Well, who cares? Walking down the staircase to the right, down the hall. it's the teacher's office. Oh, a girl. There's a girl standing there, right by the door. I think I've seen her before. Is she an upperclassman? Our town is really tiny, and so is our school. If I were a better person, I would know her name. Hmm? She turns to look at me. I'm not sure what she's expecting, so I nod a little. Um, is there a queue? A queue? To the office. Oh. Oh no. I'm just waiting for someone. Ah, okay. Hey, what? You're Asya, right? Ah, yes. How'd you know? That's kind of a loaded question. Uh-oh. How do we know anything? Eh? I mean, it's not like we have lots of faces to remember here. You know me too, right? Um, um, sorry. Really? Ugh, this is what I was talking about. It's not that I don't care to remember everyone's names, I just don't know where other people get them from. They say that in tiny cities like this, everyone knows each other, but that's just not true. We learn about the people outside of our immediate circle through gossip or common friends. But I haven't made any new ones since the day Tasia left. And gossip. Sure, sometimes I overhear my classmates chatting about this and that, but I don't like listening to them. I don't like their voices, so I try not to pay them too much attention. Wait, when I put it like that, it kind of does sound like my fault. The point is, when people regurgitate that idea that everyone knows everyone, the word everyone doesn't include me. My name is Marina. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. You got something to share about Krashevskaya? How do you know? What do you mean, how? We had an announcement, same as you. They told us to report to the teachers and all. Ah, I see. For some reason, I thought they only broke the news to us, Ira's classmates. But it makes sense they'd at least give the upperclassmen a heads up, just in case they happen to know her. Which means you also know something about Ira? Yep. Ah, that's great. So you talked to the teachers already? Sure did. Wow. Um, what did you tell them? That's between me and the investigation. You can't just spout info like that out in the open, Asya. Wall's got ears. Oh, I understand. Sorry. Okay, well, you don't have to apologize. Crap. I'm making an awful first impression. Not only did I not know her name like I was supposed to, but now I look like I don't know the first thing about Villagents. Ah, who am I kidding? I really don't. um, I'll just go in then. Marina suddenly blocks my path. No you won't. I'm sorry? You're not telling them anything. She gestures with her finger to the tact of each syllable. Um, why? Because a bad feeling stirs up in my chest. Please don't tell me it's gonna be the same thing as my classmates. Is this because I acted rude? I didn't mean to. Well, I never mean to. I just can't help it, can I? We just met and I've already managed to mess everything up. Damn it. I desperately search her face for signs of mockery, but weirdly I can't find any. I've been waiting for you. Oh fuck. Huh? Surprised? Of course I am. No, wait. This has to be some stupid ruse. I'm going to believe this girl, and then she'll just laugh in my face about it. I'm serious. Ira told me about you. Really? Yeah. Oh gosh, they talked about me? Wow. I'm shocked Marina's being as friendly as she is, considering the kind of description Ira could give. Wait, does this mean she's a friend of Ira's? For some reason, I never thought about her having any, at least not at school. That was really presumptuous of me. I wonder what Ira is like when she's with friends. I know you saw her yesterday. Shock! I figured you'd want to report it, so I ran here as soon as classes ended. I guess it'd be easier to catch you between lessons, but I got so caught up in all those stupid rumors, it kind of slipped my mind. She knows? But hey, what matters is that it all worked out. um, so why are you stopping me? Ah, well. Marina looks around the empty corridors before lowering her voice. If you tell them about yesterday, you'll make everything worse. Huh? Let's not talk about this in front of the office, okay? Come on, let's go. She takes a step back and beckons me with her hand. I'm not sure what she has in mind, but it doesn't seem like a prank. Still, wait. I know Ira's probably fine, but isn't it better to play it safe? The faster we share all we know with everyone, the... Quiet, you! I just said that we shouldn't talk about this stuff where the adults can hear. What? Marta grabs my hand and starts dragging me down the corridor. She's not exactly being quiet either. All of my stumbled protests sound so weak they might as well be white noise to the other girl. Yes, I spent half the day doubting whether I should report at all. So what? I carefully examined my options and came to my own conclusion. I deserve to see it through. I deserve to testify. But some part of me is relieved that the ultimate choice was made for me. Of course it was. I feel that. I mean, that silly gut feeling I thought I overcame with reason has come out on top. So there was something to it in the end. So I was right. My heart was right. Sure, I can't actually know that since I'm yet to hear what Marina has to say. But this can't be pure chance, can it? And if it's not, what does it actually hinge on? Did Marina show up because the world needed to stop me for the sake of something more important? Or did Marina show up because I subconsciously wished for something, for anything, to stop me? Whichever it was, I guess I don't mind this after all. Hmm. I'm grooving. I think I'll stick to the grander narrative angle for the time being. The world bending itself to the will of some worthless gnat is a preposterous idea. But it wouldn't be the first time for me, would it? And the fact that the world for any reason has decided to guide me towards the right path, that's so endlessly sweet. Down the stairs, to the lobby, to the code room. I don't resist anymore. Marina drags me along and I can feel my doubt turning into excitement. This is definitely the right path. This girl knows about Ira. I want to know more about Ira too. The whole wide world wants me to know. Whoa. Z.A.T.O. I love the world and everything in it. Episode 1. Ira. What the hell is your problem? I was looking from Ira to Garin to the chair that just crashed on the floor next to the boy, barely missing him. Ah, huh? Grachevskaya, the fuck? Is she insane? Somebody call the teacher! Not paying any mind to the commotion that has filled the classroom, Ira storms towards Garin. Her face is contorted with rage. Uh-oh. You fucked up, my man! Before he can react, she rips the notepad from his hand and slams it on my desk. I hastily grab onto it. Read that again, and I'll kick your teeth in. Huh? Are you nuts? Ira doesn't respond. For a second, she just glares at him, then turns around and stomps back to her desk. The classmates who were caught up in a laughing fit just a moment ago are now watching her in silent bewilderment. I scoot out of her way as she retrieves her bag, then heads towards the door. Crazy bitch! She ignores him. Ah, Petrovskaya, where are you going? Hey! Ira forcefully pushes past the teacher. You... Petrovskaya? What? What do you think you're doing? Your parents will hear about this. Her threat falls on deaf ears. Everyone knew Petrovskaya. She's always been like that, I think. No, I'm not throwing chairs around. Ira had no regard for the rules that everyone's supposed to follow. I guess they call someone like her a problem child. Her parents got a lot of flack for it. It's only normal in a town like ours. Not just because of its small size, but because of its, let's say, exclusivity. Vorkuta 5 provides its Vorkuta 5 prides itself on its virtually non-existent crime rate. That's the natural consequence of nobody being allowed to enter or exit without a permit. You're lucky to be here, to have a salary higher than the national average, to have access to goods people in the neighboring towns can't even dream of. Few get afforded such a privilege. Last time I checked, our population hasn't even hit 6,000. So when someone like Ira appears on this tiny society's radar, she's not just seen as a delinquent, she's a puzzling stain on a community that's meant to be spotless. Like a weed that just sprouted in a painstakingly maintained flower garden. Of course, it's not as if she had just appeared out of thin air. It's all in the family, they say. The blame falls on the people responsible, that is, on Ira's parents. And questions begin to arise. Why is Krachevskaya's daughter behaving like this? Is there trouble at home? Do they believe this is acceptable? Do they not teach her discipline? Do they not understand how fortunate they are? They've been granted so much, yet they can't do the bare minimum in raising their own child. Do they really want to be here? Do we want them to be here? I've heard a lot of talks like that. I've heard more after Ira threw the chair at Garin. I don't get why. Everyone was just having fun, and it was my fault for bringing the notebook anyway. I was hoping to write a little in the library once school was done, but my bag slipped and all of the contents scattered on the floor. Of course they would get curious about it. And of course they'd want to read the silly things I wrote. It's not a big deal. It's not like I've ever taken poetry or drawing very seriously. Those are just fun distractions, nothing more. If people laugh, well, what's it matter to me? I couldn't wrap my head around it. I couldn't, but I still wanted to thank Ira somehow. She rarely shows up to school, and even when she does, she can just leave at random. I couldn't get a hold of her for a long time because of that. Well, that, and also I was really scared. Ira has never as much as looked at me. Even when she lashed out at Garin, it was like I weren't even there. But 2 weeks after the incident, it finally happened. We crossed paths. I went to the bathroom during some lesson. I think it was math. I came in through the door. And there she was, blowing white smoke through the half-open window. I didn't even know she was at school. Oh, hi. Ira shot me a disinterested look. Hi. I awkwardly scuttled past her to one of the stalls. After closing the door, I realized I was so nervous I couldn't do any of my business, so I just sat there thinking about how I should approach her. It's not like I had some long conversation or formalities in mind. I just wanted to say thanks. In theory, it should have been easy. But wouldn't that make me look like a weirdo too? Assuming she did all of that for me? That would just make me look self-centered. I had no idea how much time had passed while I was in the stall. Maybe 5 minutes, maybe 20 seconds. But when I heard what sounded like her getting off the windowsill, I swung open the door. Wait! rose up. She stood next to the window, a bag in hand. The cold draft wafted through her hair. I had to say something. I've got this rare chance. The world gave me this rare chance to tell her what I wanted. But what am I supposed to say? Thank you? After I just tumbled out of a toilet stall? What? Uh, she raised an eyebrow. I just stood there with my mouth helplessly open, as if I'd gone mute, as if every word in the Russian dictionary got wiped from my brain. Whatever. No, wait. Please. I took a step towards her and she jolted away like I were a leper. I didn't know what I should say or ask, I just knew I had to say something, even if it was the first thing that popped to mind. What? What the hell do you want? Isn't it cold? Huh? The the windowsill. When you sat smoking there, right by the window. I thought, weren't you cold like that? Eh? She blinks. Not really. Maybe a little. Ah, thought so. Anything else? No. I mean, yes, I'm sorry that you got in trouble. Huh? Well, I heard you got into a lot of trouble after that. You know, when Garin read my stupid poetry. I'm sorry for that. She eyed me for several seconds, which to me felt like an eternity. Then she sighed and slowly flipped her hair back. And why are you apologizing? That had nothing to do with you. Huh? Well, I guess not. His voice was getting on my nerves. I see. I looked down at the tiled floor. I knew that was the case, of course. It's not like I was hoping Ira jumped in to defend my honor or anything of the sort. I wanted to thank her regardless of intent, but no matter how hard I thought and tried to word it, everything just came out sounding awkward or wrong. Why does this always happen? The soles of her boots squeaked against the floor. She spun around and walked towards the door, and this time I made no attempt to stop her. Your poetry isn't stupid. Huh? God, I'd like to say I hope the in-game audio is coming across well. Because I spent like a solid 30 minutes finagling with it because OBS didn't want to cooperate. Listen, all I'm gonna say is I like Fairy's work. I had to get the audio working. I stood there, dumbfounded. Did she just say that? Did I hear it right? Your poetry isn't stupid. Does that mean she likes it? Ira likes my poetry? Ira Gachevskaya? The bell rang and snapped me out of my short-term stupor. I shook my head. Right, I needed to get back to the classroom. I doubted Ira was going to be at the next lesson. I washed my hands from nothing in particular. Weeks passed. My life didn't exactly change. I went through school the same way. I sat through lessons, then went to the store, then to the library or for a walk, and then, when it got dark, I headed home. Day after day. Huh? My notebook. I just had to get a snack from the cafeteria. Where did it go? Oh, Shabina. We borrowed your homework for a second. You don't mind, right? It's fine. Thanks. By the way, is this supposed to be you? He lifts a scrap of paper up to me. Oh no. I forgot I left it in there. No, it's just a drawing. Yeah? You sure? It really looks like you if you were pretty. It's not me. Whatever you say. Sometimes my classmates joked around with me. whenever that happened, my thoughts involuntarily drifted to Ira. She still attended classes, albeit irregularly. She always vanished during breaks, I don't know where to, and I wouldn't dare ask. Something told me she'd say, "None of your business," if I did. And she'd be right. But even so, I kept imagining those scenarios in my head. Not just when I was being laughed at. I started doing it when I was walking home from school, or to the store, or just wandering the streets, killing time. I kept thinking about how funny it would be if I bumped into Ira. I thought how interesting it would be if we talked. I even tried to stay out longer. I started to take new routes. It's embarrassing to think about it now. But... Ah, Ira. She just walks past me in the corridor. Not even a nod, not even a look in my direction. I guess I don't exactly stand out in a crowd, but no, it's my fault for mumbling. I should have spoken louder, even though it took all my courage just to muster that much. Even though I definitely think she should have heard it. Hey, Vadim. What? Remember when I gave you 50 kopecks? Can I have it back? Eh? 50 kopecks? When was that again? Last Friday. Jesus. You remember things like that? Can I have it back? Man, I don't even remember taking it. You sure you're not making this up? Maybe you gave it to someone else? No, it was you. Jeez, I don't freaking know. It's half a ruble, Shabina. Who gives a shit? Yeah, why do you care so much? So petty. You probably just lost it or something. I keep snapping to the doorway. It's empty, of course. What am I waiting for? Even if she showed up, what would she do? Mug him in front of everyone? That's a funny image. That'd be really funny. She gets me. Hey, stop thinking that. Maybe he really did forget. Who knows? I really shouldn't be upset. It's not that much. You could go grocery shopping with that, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not exactly starving. Lately, I've been eating too much junk, anyways. Yeah, maybe if I eat less of this stuff, my skin will clear up. That'd be nice. Asya, you don't use makeup at all, right? No, I don't. We're not allowed to, though. What are you saying? They allowed it last year. Really? Nobody's gonna send you home for it. Oh, that's good, I guess. These girls rarely talk to me. They're usually pretty nice, though. At least when they're not joking along with the guys. I think one of them likes Vadim. She laughs a lot whenever he says anything to me. I suppose we have very different senses of humor. But you never tried it before, yeah? Makeup? No, never. Seriously? You're like 15 already. 14. Same thing. You gotta learn to do it at some point, especially with that complexion. Well, I'm not really... Hey, how about we help you out? Eh? Yeah. Just some light makeup. You'll see what it's like. I don't know. Come on, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, you're gonna love it. Uh, um, alright, but... Yay! Come here then. I don't think people do unpleasant things on purpose. Nobody wakes up in the morning with the goal to make somebody feel bad. I disagree. I really believe that. If someone is doing something hurtful, they don't fully understand it. So I shouldn't wish bad things on people who don't really know they're being mean. I shouldn't wish for Ira to appear and interrupt them, or to scream at them, or punish them, or anything. I can still hear everyone laughing as I run out to the corridor. I'm covering my face. I don't need any teachers seeing me like that. At least the toilet's closed so I can wash this mess off quickly. Ugh. I should stop falling for these pranks, but... Bump. Ah! Sorry. I left my face without thinking. Oh no. Ugh. The hell? Ira jerks away from me. I can't blame her. I must look like an insane person. Yeah, I look awful. God, I can't handle her looking at me like that. I'm sorry. Aw. I run past her. Run, run, run. I just need to get to the restroom. I need to wash it off. After around a month, reality had dawned on me. I kept telling myself that Ira's actions had nothing to do with me. She told me that much, and in no uncertain terms. She said that, and I kept repeating it again and again and again and again. But I didn't believe it. On some level, I still held on to the faint hope that Ira pitied me, that she cared about me for God knows what reason. No, really, what was the reason? Her lashing out at a classmate she found annoying, one who just so happened to make fun of me. Her not joining in. Her telling me she liked my writings. She didn't even say that much. She said they weren't stupid. Oi. Hmm? 3 coins clink against my desk. 20, 20, 10. So he remembered. There. Thanks for the unforgettable night. Everyone around erupts in snickers. Hey, you're a cheap deal. You free later? Very funny. Oh please, Shubina, get a sense of humor. Your face is dragging down the class morale. That's right. You're doing us all a disservice. Think of your classmates for once. I let myself believe something would change. I thought about it as if I deserved it. As if I didn't have it good enough before. As if my life had any real problems. I was just being greedy, plain and simple. Getting my hopes up over some silly coincidence. It's all so stupid. I can't help but laugh. But that's okay. I know better now. I was being ridiculous. It's shameful to admit to, but, better late than never, right? I got a little too caught up in my own little world. And hey, even if it didn't amount to anything, I can still appreciate those little encounters with Ira for what they were. Brief but wonderful moments. I could reminisce fondly about the one time I looked out and saw Garen all scared and confused. Or that one time somebody gave my work a compliment, backhanded as it was. I could do that, because everyone does that. Everyone has those little things that they look back on with a smile. It's beautiful in its own way, is it not? Our whole lives are a series of episodes, both good and bad. It doesn't matter if they grow into a bigger story, because each moment has a lot of merit on its own. It's something I should learn to be content with. It's something I've been perfectly content with until now. Until I decided that what I had wasn't enough. Speaking objectively, what is there to complain about? No, seriously. I live in the prettiest part of our vast country. I have a comfortable roof over my head and even my own room. I have 2 living parents. I have wonderful hobbies to enjoy, paper to write on, and books to read, TV to watch. I buy myself treats almost every day after I'm done with school. I have good grades and teachers tell me I have great potential. My classmates also recognize how studious I am. I help them with their studies when they ask me to. That's right. I've got classmates that I can always talk to. Guys I can laugh along with even if their jokes don't always land. Even if my sense of humor isn't the best. All of this. I have all of this. Right here, right now. Everything that a girl my age could ever ask for. So why did I act as if that weren't enough? Why the hell did... You idiot. What? Why the hell do you always go along with some bullshit? I'm so... Mira looks like she's going to slap me, but instead swings her boot against a snow hill. She then turns to me and starts roughly swiping clumps of snow stuck to my coat. My whole body feels slightly numb. When I start to speak, my voice comes out weaker than expected. Ira, how did you know I was here? Doesn't matter. I heard that asshole Garen giggling about it. Can you stand? Yeah. clumsily get up. My limbs feel rigid. I know you shouldn't sit on concrete when it's cold. I wouldn't normally. There was nowhere else to sit near the school's back entrance, and my legs are starting to get tired. I half-heartedly shake the snow off my skirt and tights. The flakes fall gently on the ground below. I look at Ira. Her face is... Huh. The word concern flashed in my head. I've already learned I'm no good at judgments like that. I shouldn't be presumptuous. It's a bad habit of mine. I shouldn't flatter myself. I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I shouldn't. But the question escapes before I manage to cut myself short. So why are you here? What do you mean, why? I told you, Garden was bragging about slipping you that stupid letter. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Hmm? Well, this doesn't have anything to do with you, does it? As soon as I say that out loud, I realized I messed up. I really did. And now she's going to punch me. Mira's going to punch me for real. She's going to punch me and then never speak to me again. I don't even say sorry, I just brace myself for the incoming blow. Physical, verbal, I don't care. I've earned it. No, not really. It doesn't concern me at all. It's just annoying. Is that so? Yeah. You pissed me off. And you pissed me off too. I don't freaking get you. You knew it wasn't real. There's no way you believed that, right? Right? I didn't believe it. I'm not that stupid. I looked down at the moist and crumpled letter I forgot I was still holding. It's the oldest trick in the book. A love letter prank? Really? Who would fall for that? I stare at the shriveled up piece of paper, and something about its whole existence feels extremely sad to me. Wanna burn it? Huh? I have matches. Oh. No, thanks. It's wet anyway. I fold the letter and shove it into my pocket. It will get damp inside, but I don't care. I can't throw it away. A fake confession is still a confession in the end. Those words didn't choose to be written insincerely. It's okay. Even if this whole thing isn't real. I met Ira today. Ira came, after all these weeks of praying. Ira came. Thank you. Eh? I smile at her, even after I said I had come to terms with it. No, right as I was saying it to you, to myself, to the world, I knew I was lying. To you. Aww. I couldn't throw away that last dumb scrap of hope I had. Jesus, I can't read. I couldn't throw away that last dumb scrap of hope I had. That small, involuntary thought that crept into my mind whenever I felt slightly lonelier than usual. Even if it took so long, she finally came. I didn't do anything, really. Ah, flustered. Ira's flustered. Is she flustered? Really? That's cute. That's just so cute. Huh? What's with you? Ah, right. I'm grinning like an idiot. Sorry. I'm fine. Whatever. I'm going home. What? Already? Ira gives me a quick once-over. You... take care. Ah. Yeah, okay. Bye-bye. We wave at each other and I watch her disappear behind the corner. I hesitate. Maybe I shouldn't. It feels like there's still so much I want to say to her. I don't know what or why, but I just know that it's a lot. I turn and walk a couple steps in the direction of my home. No, changed my mind. I run back. Crap, my legs are still so stiff. I turned the same corner Ira passed not even a minute ago, and she's already gone. I sigh, The snow here isn't deep enough to leave clear footprints. Not that I'd be desperate enough to follow. Why does she always leave in such a rush? It's okay. My life didn't exactly change. I went to school the same way. I sat through the lessons, and then I went to the store, and then to a library or for a walk. And then when it got dark, I headed home. Day after day. Sometimes my classmates joked around with me. Whenever that happened, my thoughts involuntarily drifted to Ira. She still attended classes, albeit irregularly. She always vanished during breaks, I don't know where to, and I wouldn't dare ask. Something told me she'd say none of your business if I did, and she'd be right. But even so, I kept imagining those scenarios in my head. Not just when I was being laughed at. I did when I was walking home from school or to the store or just wandering the streets killing time. I kept thinking about how funny it would be if I bumped into Ira. I thought about how interesting it would be if we talked. Oh, I tried to stay out longer. I started to take new routes. And as naive as it was to behave that way, I kept doing it. Again and again. Walking and praying and praying. Do you assholes ever shut up? Huh? Ugh, this bitch. Nobody saw Ira enter the class. Everyone was too busy whistling and laughing. Ah, and she caught me in a really dumb pose. Well, that's on me. I wouldn't have chosen Dare if I knew she'd see me like that. Though, choosing truth when playing with these guys, I'm not sure what's worse. Oh well, I'm just saying all this, but I got what was coming to me. I chose to embarrass myself, and as I did so, I kept begging, wishing as hard as I could for Era to appear. And so she did. And now, despite overwhelming shame, I feel so happy that I might explode. Ira walks to her desk, barely paying me a passing glance. All the boys skirt out of her way, only Garin doesn't. Move. Nah. What's the rush? Come play with us too. Huh? Dude, are you serious? Come on. Have some fun for a change. Look, Shubina's having fun. Right, Shubina? Please don't look. Yes. See? Ira doesn't flinch. Out of my way. Or what, gonna throw a chair at me? To everyone's surprise, Ira calmly puts her bag on the nearest desk. She starts digging through it without saying a word. Garin lets out an awkward chuckle. What, got a grenade in there or something? She looks at him. Hmm? What are you... Oh shit. Whoa! Garin jumps back, bumping into another student. What the fuck? Everyone shifts away. What was that? Huh? What the hell? You... Something silvery shines in Ira's hand. It's a bow compass. Is that? Is that... You serious? She doesn't say anything. The room fills with low murmurs that quickly turn into jeers. Psycho, nutcase, crazy bitch. Ira lowers the compass and makes her way to her desk, looking unbothered. Ah, it's just like the last time. Ira saves me without acknowledging my existence. Maybe some onlookers. No, most people will think she didn't plan on helping me at all. And that's what I'm inclined to think as well. Yet, my unreasonable heart is still elated. And I'm getting some really silly thoughts. The 2 times when Ira lashed out at Garin were the 2 times she saw him laughing at my expense. That can't be a coincidence, right? Of course it can. It was only 2 times. 2 times in weeks apart. You'd be an idiot to think otherwise. Yes, I guess you're right. It's the only logical train of thought. I should agree. I would agree. If only I didn't do anything, really. If only Ira didn't show up that day. It's been 2 weeks since and I haven't stopped replaying that moment in my mind. Over and over and over and over. I didn't get sad about Ira ignoring me at school or anywhere anymore. Because in that moment I got all the justification I could ask for. It was everything that I could have hoped for. But I'm still a very greedy person. It's still not good enough. I still keep looking for her when I'm out. It's almost ridiculous how hard it can be to catch a person in a town this small. At some point I started to wonder. I saw my classmates regularly just out and about, strolling along the main street, at the courtyards, at the community center, at the store, at the cafe. They weren't hard to run into. But it was as if Ira spent all of her free time at home, which could be the case, but didn't sound like something she would do. From what I heard and could assume, she didn't have the best relationship with her parents. Spending hours on end in a home like that every day? No, I really doubt that. The other, more probable option was that she preferred the outskirts. Maybe she didn't want to be bothered? That sounded like her. Well, despite that being highly likely, I was hoping to do just that. Bother the heck out of her. I felt almost brave about it. Ira could totally get pissed. She could push me away. She could even attack me. Whoa. But for some reason, I really didn't think she would. Ah, my breath halted. Oh, hey. Hi. The vents near the research institute expel hot air. Nobody really goes here aside from the staff coming out for a smoke. I never ran into any, but the ground here is littered with cigarette butts, so that's a safe bet in my book. Why is Ira here, of all places? Again? Huh? How many times can you buy into stupid pranks? They seriously sent you all the way here? What? No. I didn't get any letters after that. I'm just taking a stroll. A stroll? Here? Yes. Okay. Ira gives me an incredulous look. Do you, like, smoke? No, I don't. Why? It's a smoking area. Ah, yes. I know that. You want to try them? What? Smoking? Uh-huh. No, thank you. Okay. She shrugs. Buh. Awkward start. I can't do that. I can't let it end here. I need to just... And what about you, Ira? What about me? Why are you here? Were you at the Institute? Yeah, something like that. Something like that? My mom works here. She forgets her lunch sometimes. Oh. Oh. You bring her lunch? That's what I said. That's so sweet. Eh? I mean, it's really nice of you to look out for your mom. It's whatever. It's not. I know it's not. With all I've heard about her family, the fact that she still goes out of her way like that, it's really amazing. The thought of doing something like that for my parents has never crossed my mind. I mean, if I were told to deliver something, I would. But Ira's different. She wouldn't do something just because she was ordered to. She'd have to really care about it. Crap. That proves it. Ira and I weren't cut from the same cloth. When I spend my days looking for excuses to stave off the minute I have to come home, Ira is cooking, packing lunch, and carrying it to the edge of town. That goes against everything I've heard, but it makes so much sense. That's why I never see her on the street. That's why she doesn't have the time to sit at the cafe. That's why she doesn't idle away at the community center. That's why she's a caring person. That's why I'm such a piece of trash. No, she only said her mom forgets her lunches sometimes. Lunches are prepared in advance. It doesn't take that long to get to the institute, even if you walk from the other side of town. Hmm, yes, that's true. She'd still have plenty of spare time. This doesn't work. This explanation doesn't work. Hero walks back into the building. So, Asya, what the fuck was that? Do I really need an explanation? It's none of my business. I'm not so delusional as to believe we're close enough to share something like that. That'd be nice, but it's not how things work. Things work like this. When Ira's in the room, Garen doesn't talk to me as much. When she isn't, I wish she would be. Your friend's not here today. Who? Who do you think? Oh, she's not really my friend. You're Pitbull, then. Pitbull? Hey, that's spot on. You can't make a harmless joke around that chick without her throwing a conniption fit. It's annoying as shit. They think we're friends? Well, not really, but looks like they've picked up on it. On Ira reacting like that to me and being used as a laughing stock. So it wasn't just me? It's not just my wishful thinking? That's nice to hear. Even if I still don't know for sure. It's the most comforting thing I've heard out of Garen's mouth to date. At least she barely shows up. Yeah, they'll probably kick her out before New Year's with that attendance record. Good riddance. That's right, Ira can't possibly be meeting the minimal attendance requirements. I don't know about her grades, but... Wait, I don't think they can expel her. Huh? Why not? We're the only school in town. Where else is she going to go? Damn, good point. Ew. Well, their parents can just send her away. You mean to another town? Yeah, to a relative or something. What? No. Oh man, now that you say that. Everyone pretend to be surprised when that happens. No, 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 no. I hate how they're right. I hate that I can see that happening. Everyone talks about it. How Ira's a nuisance to her household. It's been like that for a long time. But still, she forgets her lunch sometimes. Arrgh! That can't happen. No. It can't, it can't, it can't. It's not fair, it's not fair, it's not fair. They can't send her away. She can't go. She's so nice. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Um, she can't go. She's so nice. She cares. She does. Maybe not for me, but for her family. Why would they send her away? That's just too cruel. They can't do that. If they do, then it will be all over. If they do, then I won't. It just started. I don't know what. I can't even call it talking. I don't know what it is, but that doesn't matter. Even if she just tolerated me, even if she doesn't want anything to do with me, I don't care. This can't happen. This physically cannot happen. I raise my head and look out through the window. The snow is falling lightly on the yard. The dark pine branches sway under its weight. The long gray clouds glide placidly across the tundra. Far past the fences, past the mountain ridge, so far away that I can't picture it. So far away that my mind circles twice around the earth and comes back to the spot I'm sitting in. This world is way too gentle. It's been too kind to an ungrateful brat like me. So if I've earned this world's good graces, why can't a person so much more deserving do the same? What does a person like that have to do? And is there anything that I can do? A bird flies past the window. up all my luck these days. Ira sits smoking in the girl's bathroom just like she did when I first talked to her. Some snowflakes blow into the room and stick in her hair. Um, it's gotten colder. Maybe you shouldn't sit so close. Uh, I I know you don't like going to class as much, but you can really get kicked out like that. Is that why you came here? To tell me that? I know that. I'm not stupid. I don't think you are. Do you just really not care? Everyone says that you'll get sent away. Your parents will send you to live with a relative. Is that true? Probably, yeah. Yes. Of course it's true. I know it was true when I asked the question. Maybe, maybe if you just cleaned up, if you stopped skipping now, then maybe you won't have to go. And if you're having a hard time with studies, I can help. We could go to the library or something, and then there's 1 month left. It's not gonna work. I get it. My voice is shaking. It's better if I keep staring at my shoes. It's okay. That's about what I expected. Of course, I knew it's pointless to cram at this point. It was just an excuse, a selfish ploy to get some scraps of Ira's time before she goes. I wonder, did I do the same when Tasia moved away? It's only been 3 years. But now that I think back to it, it's all so hazy. I was a very different person then, I'm sure. At least I probably didn't humiliate myself like this. Hey. Hmm? Thanks. No, I didn't do anything. It was a dumb suggestion. It was nice of you. Nice, right? She doesn't know. She thinks I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. It's just not fair. She really is too good of a person. Are you not going to the toilet? Oh, actually, since you're here, have you seen anyone hiding a diary nearby? Diary? Yes. You know, the one we use for classes? Maybe you've seen something like that lying around? Ira's expression darkens. Don't worry, we were just playing a game. I guess the guys got a little carried away. I've checked the whole class and in the corridors. It's probably somewhere really obvious, but I, I'm just no good at that kind of stuff. When I hid Igor's pencil case, they found it right away. She throws a cigarette butt out the window and hops off the windowsill. Without saying a word, Ira storms past him, gonna grab onto the edge of her dress just as she's about to leave. Wait, I said it's fine. We were playing a game. Really. Please. Don't get into more trouble because of me. I wasn't going to. Huh? I have an idea where it is. It was Garin, right? No, Shurikov. Same difference. She walks out to the corridor. I tag behind. I'm not sure what place Ira has in mind, but it becomes immediately clear when she makes a sharp turn to the right. Wait, serious? She swings open the door to the boys' restroom and loudly marches in. Ah! Some poor guy tumbles out, almost colliding with me. Uh, sorry, we're sorry. He turns and shakes his head at me in disbelief. I mean, what's there to say? I follow Ira to the bathroom. Ugh, the smell is so much worse in this one. I look around to see Ira's hand reaching above one of the stalls. Ah, there it is. My diary. Right by the tiny window at the top. Ira steps on the toilet bowl. But please be careful. I'm fine. She grabs onto the flush tank secured way above, and using as an anchor, she reaches for the windowsill. Catch. I clasp the diary in my hands. It's really been here all along. I look at Ira, who's now awkwardly trying to get down. Wow, thank you. Yeah. Ow. What? Bam. Ira almost loses her balance, but jumps just in time. The bowl makes a loud clang as she hops off. Whoa. Are you okay? Yeah. Ugh. Let's get out of here. You think it's broken? Dunno, I didn't see anything. Huh? But why would I be in a men's toilet? Gross. Ah, I see. Get the fuck out of there! Get the fuck out of there! Thank you again. Er, I, how do you know it would be in the boys' room? You think Shuri could go into the ladies' room? No. I suspected they put it there. I just didn't have the courage to enter. You can't keep doing this. I know. I should have checked there from the start, instead of running around the whole school like a... No. You can't keep going along with it. It was just a game. It wasn't. No, really. We were just playing around. Bullshit. You know damn well what they're doing. They're not your friends. I I never said they were. Then why don't you tell them to piss off? For once in your life. I I can't. You like being a victim that much? You... It won't get any better if you keep doing this. It'll only get worse. It's not that bad, and I wouldn't... I can't. I can't just say something like that to them. I'm sorry. Why the hell not? Well, it wouldn't be right, and for the love of... It's not like I never tried it before. And when I say something, they just make fun of me. And nothing changes. So freaking what? Who cares what they say? Just don't bother with them. I... I'm not like you. I can't just do that. I can't act like I don't care when everybody's laughing. I can't look people in the eye like that. And when I go along with it, at least they talk to me. And I know you're okay on your own, but I... So what's your plan? Huh? That's it? You're gonna spend the next 3 years like that? Seriously. She exhales sharply. She doesn't even look annoyed anymore. I get that. I'm also disappointed in myself. Asya? Yes? You know I'm leaving soon. That's right. I understand what she's getting at. The unspoken rule Garden and his friends have been sticking to, holding themselves back when Yura's around. The real cowardly reason I'm so terrified of her going away. I... I don't know what to do. Why can't I stop? The hand she's been dealt is much worse than mine. But here I am, whining and clinging to her like a leech. I should be the one helping. I should be the one telling Yura to get her act together. And yet, I can't think of a single thing to give her. Write me a poem. Huh? A poem. Why? What kind of question is that? Because I liked them. Oh, really? You liked them? You liked my poems? Why else would I ask? That's... Thank you very much. I mean, yes, of course. I'll write one. Do you want it to be about something, or maybe in a specified matter? I don't care. Anything. Alright, I'll think of something then. I'll try. Yeah, you do that. Hira checks her wristwatch. I gotta go. Uh, See you around, I guess. Already? Uh, yeah, alright. See you around. She waves her hand and leaves. I watch her walking down the empty corridor. Empty. I've really stayed in school for way too long. The shadows stretch along the hallway, tall and dark. My heart is pounding. I should get going too. My life didn't exactly change. I went to school the same way. I sat through the lessons, then went to the store, then to the library or for a walk, and then when it got dark, I headed home. day after day. Sometimes my classmates joked around with me. Whenever that happened, my thoughts involuntarily drifted to Ira. She still attended classes. She vanished during breaks. I never asked where to. I kept imagining scenarios in my head, not just when I was being laughed at. I did it when I was walking home from school or to the store, or just wandering the streets killing time. I kept thinking about how funny it would be if I bumped into Ira. I thought how interesting it would be if we talked. I even tried to stay out longer. I started taking new routes, and as naive as it was to behave that way, I kept doing it. Ah, oh? Ira, hi. What are you doing here? Ira points to her cigarette. Oh, no, I mean, what are you doing at the center? Candy returns some books. Oh? So you go to the library. What were you reading? Stuff. You don't want to say? You won't like it. Huh? Why not? Ira looks like she's really weighing down the pros and cons of exposing me to her taste in literature. She reads something she shouldn't? Maybe she thinks it's too dark or crass for someone like me. It's kind of unfair though, isn't it? Um, the other week I finished The Plague by Camus. Never read it. It's about a physician trying to save a town from an epidemic. It's very visceral, but I enjoyed it a lot. Not sure I agree with the message though. Yeah? What was it? It was, basically that evil is an inherent part of life. You can try warding it off, but it'll never be for good. And even if you do good things in times of crisis, there will always be some greater force spiking your guns. Yeah, sounds about right. Huh? I guess there are some okay people in the world, but there's a lot more dirtbags. Really? That's a pretty depressing way to look at it. That's how it is. I don't know if I agree. At least I've never met someone I'd call a dirtbag. You serious? Garen's right there. Garen? Well, he's not that bad. Uh-huh. Really, I don't think he means it. I'm sure everyone's trying the best they can. Most people wouldn't want to cause anyone pain, right? I think that's something Camus and I can agree on. Yeah, right. If everyone's so nice, where's all the greater evil coming from? You think it's just some natural phenomenon? No, of course not. There are things we perceive as painful in the moment, and there are really horrible, awful things happening every day. But I don't think it's right to call them evil. Evil's intentional. Those things don't come from bad intentions. Sadness, loneliness, misunderstanding, fear, but not evil. Um, there's this famous judge, Dionysus something, from ancient Greece, I think. Anyway, he said evil is not a being, for if it were, it wouldn't be totally evil. Evil has no place among being. Okay, so Hitler's not evil? I knew that would happen. Eh. Um, uh, that's rather, that's a rather extreme example, but it's not like he was born that way, was he? I mean, it wasn't his natural quality, I don't think. So, the point still stands. He grew up and became evil as hell. Evil exists, it's freaking everywhere. Just because there's a reason for it doesn't make it better. Of course not. I just don't like it when it's described as something omnipresent. Omni what? It's like, it doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is, we aren't born with some big evil force inside us. I doubt the universe is any different. What? The universe ain't a person. Of course it's different. Well, yes, it's not, I know that. But it is a kind of being, right? Eh, I mean, since every being is pure by default, so is the universe, because it's the idea of being itself, right? And, I'm not making any sense, am I? You're not. Sorry. It's whatever. About what I'd expect. What does that mean? You're weird. You say weird things. Ah, for a second I feel a lump rising in my throat, but then I realize something. Ira doesn't look annoyed with me. In fact, it's like she's not repulsed by me at all. I don't really get it, but it must be nice being able to think that way. Hmm? Like everyone's good deep down. Like nobody would ever hurt someone on purpose. It's a sweet world you're living in. How do you do it? If I were you, I'd be angry as hell. Aren't you pretty angry already? Angrier. Whoa, even angrier. Yes, I'd be 100 times as pissed. Scary. You bet. I imagined Ira throwing 100 chairs. Yeah, no, that's funny. 100 chairs flying towards 100 guards. Chairs flying, bow compasses swinging. Ira is like a bodhisattva. Dozens of hands, half of her holding furniture, half of her stationery. A halo of chairs and compasses. What the fuck? A halo drawn with a compass. Every new compass draws another halo. 100 times more compasses, 100 times more halos. Ira surrounded by 100 halos. We talk for a little while longer, just idle chatter while she finishes her smoke. I tell her about some of the books I've recently read. My impressions, my interpretations. I'm not exactly used to sharing those, so my thoughts come out sounding dumb and crumpled. She keeps listening, though. Every time I say something, I search Ira's face for signs of boredom. Maybe I'm just not looking hard enough, but I can't find anything of the sort. Oh jeez. I feel so happy I might die. I gotta go. She puts out her cigarette butt. Oh, really? Yeah, plans. Ah, I understand. But, some of those novels sounded kinda interesting. I'll check them out if I don't forget. Really? Please let me know if you do. And, sorry for that stupid philosophy talk. Can you shut up with the freaking apologies? I just said thanks. Ah, I saw. Ira gives me a look so threatening I cut myself off. Right. I hope you enjoy them? She nods in approval. Phew. Oh, and the books I read? They were, yes. Angelique. Eh? By Anne Golan? Angelique? The romance series? Y- it's it's historical. It's not just lovey-dovey stuff, you know. I know. My mom really liked them. They seem wonderful. I never got to reading them, and I didn't really expect you to be into. They're fine. It's not like I'm a huge fan or anything. You're not? It's just that if you want to read something historical or whatever, they're alright. I'll. Okay. I'll remember that. Ira looks like she's about to say something else, but then turns on her heels and stomps away. See you. Ah, yes, see you around. Ira disappears down the street. There she goes again. My body leans against the frigid wall. My legs are weak. We talked. Ira and I really talked. I never would have guessed. It was even nicer than I'd imagined. And I had no idea. So she likes books and like that, huh? Ira likes novels like that. It's so wonderful. It's really, really wonderful. Every new thing I learn about her is more wonderful than the last. I need to meet with her again. I want to talk more. Maybe next time she'll tell me a little more about herself. It kind of feels like I hogged the entire conversation now that I think back to it. That was really self-centered of me. Next time I'll have to ask Ira more questions. I'll ask her more about the books she likes. Maybe we could talk about movies? I wonder what her favorites are. Does she also like romance films? That would be cute. I usually prefer detective films, but I really enjoy all kinds of movies. So if she wanted to watch something, maybe we could even go to the cinema? That could be so much fun. It's been a long time since I've gone there. I need to see her again. Oh. Alright, what time is it? Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave off here. I've got a lot to record. No, well, I already recorded it. I got a lot to fiddle with. I think I'll end here. I'll pick this back up later. It's been cute so far. Really, really cute.